guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm still working Tuesday, my second load. Trying to pack it on there. Got some stops left over from Monday that I could only do 2 loads on Monday, but I'm glad I was able to do 2 loads because it takes a lot of pressure off today. So we're not doing too bad. It's only 11 a.m. So we're doing pretty good actually. We're moving right along. Hey, Del Marva, what's going on, man? How was your weekend, brother? You all right? Hope you had a good Memorial Day weekend, buddy. I was out here working yesterday. I think I was talking to you yesterday, right? William Gary, what's up, brother? There are some Dunkin' Donuts 24 hours, but most of them no. They used to be 24 hours, but they cut back. Yeah, they used to be, man. Years ago, they were 24 hours. Not anymore, though. They open up about, the one I go to opens at 5 a.m. in the morning. Oh, wow. They're 24/7 over by you, huh? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I wish they were 24/7. At one time, they were 24/7. And then they cut back. Now they open up about 5:30 in the morning. Okay, let me mark off. I'm still working on yesterday's route. I did a lot of yesterday's route yesterday, but I still had some left. I did Tilly, Impact Zone, Orthofeet, Industrial Rivet, Mobile, and wow, I did a lot just now. Rapid Door and Trim and Video Bank. Oh, shit, I'm almost caught up. But the donuts aren't made fresh. No, they aren't. That's the sucky part. Years ago, the donuts were made fresh and they were great and bigger. Now they're not made fresh and they suck. I don't like the donuts. I really don't. I like just the coffee. Just the coffee. That's it for me, man. The only thing I get in the morning at a Dunkin' Donuts, maybe, is a toaster croissant with butter. And that's it. Yeah, I don't go for the donuts. They're not good. They used to be good, but not anymore. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Riding Along with Dan. How's everybody doing today? Alright, let me pack it out. Let me turn you around so you can see what the hell I'm seeing. I might have to go back and dump out before I finish. Because like I said, I'm doing stops from yesterday and today's route. I did a lot of work yesterday. I did 2 full loads. I actually started at 1:15 a.m. So I did get a lot of work done. Racing King, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming by to say hello, brother. How you doing? What's going on with you, man? I haven't heard from you in a while. Yeah, I'm still out here getting the garbage, bro. You know, the other day I was thinking about it. And when I retire, what am I going to do with this channel? I mean, I want to keep my YouTube channel, but then I'm thinking I can't do my Riding Along with Dan because I won't be driving a Packer a front loader anymore. I won't be able to make all the videos that I'm used to making, so I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to retire. I'm just going to stick with it. Keep going, Dan. Keep it going. What do you guys think? Good idea? Different company. It's Sterling Carding. Sterling. Idiot parks out high-low right in front of the can. Let me go check it. Be right back. Let me see, where am I at? Okay, that's done. J Kim, gotta skip that. And NRAD, let me go to NRAD. Yeah, so guys, yeah, what am I gonna do if I retire? Don't make sense, right? Then I won't be able to keep up riding along with Dan. I won't be able to drive my front loader garbage truck. Won't be able to make the videos. Won't be able to talk to you guys. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I definitely got to keep working. That's the only answer. Keep working. Keep working, big. Make that big money. Yeah, so I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, even if I did retire and I called it riding along with Dan, it would not be riding along with Dan anymore, right? So yeah, that would really take all the fun out of it. But maybe I could start a new channel with the same name. What would I do? You see, these are all the things I think about when I'm driving. Maybe I could just drive from depot to depot and just do videos. That would be cool, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Got that can, and there's one more behind this 10-yarder. That's what I mean about me when I'm driving. Most of the time I do not listen to music, because right now you got to think about where you are, what can this is, what stop, and I'm backing up because there's a wire over the container. Like I said, you really got to pay attention to what you're doing, man. You really do. Let me pack that up. This is done. I dumped out 2 containers. I don't think I got enough room to make it, because I've done a lot of work so far this morning with this second load, and I'm going to be cutting it close. Maybe I should just go back and dump it out. Let's see how it packs. I gotta go to woodworking place, makes kitchen cabinets, and before I dump that, I gotta close the windows because I don't want all that dust and shit coming into the cab. I mean, I've researched a lot of YouTube channels that are doing the same thing I'm doing, but not a lot of channels give you what I give you, like going down to the yard on a Saturday, taking a truck and going over the truck and, you know, presenting the truck to you guys, show you what it's like inside and outside. I give you a tour. I pick a truck, I give you a tour. Not all the channels do that. I also go down to the yard. I show you how I clean the truck, how I dump the cans. I got my GoPro set up beside me so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. And that's why I named the channel what I named it, Riding Along with Dan, because it feels like you are in the cab with me while I'm doing the job. The other thing is I do giveaways, and when I reach 3,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway, a beautiful collectible IWS hat that you cannot buy anywhere or get anywhere unless you work for the company. So whoever that lucky person is going to be, number 3,000 subscriber, you're going to get a beautiful collectible. All I need is your name and your address, and I will send it on to you. Let me see, where am I here? Where am I? Quality cabinets. Okay. 140 level. Let me hit this one over here. I got three cans in this little parking lot. Let me see if I can knock that out. And if they're not that heavy, I might make it. About my channel is you actually get to see the transfer station, and you get the opportunity to see me dumping out the truck. You get the opportunity to see what's going on in the transfer station, and you get to see me dump the truck. I also do videos of me washing the truck, and I also answer all your questions about what it's like being a garbage man, front loader driver, garbage truck driver. That's what my channel's all about. Ask me questions and I will help you out. Anything you need to know, I will try and help you. Even if you have experience and you're looking for a job and you live in the area, IWS is a good company, man. It's a good company to work for. I got no complaints. Alright, this does not look full, so that helps me out a lot. And usually it's all light shit in here that does not pack at all. So if I could get past this, I'll be doing good. Only a little bit, Austin. Alright, shit, alright, but, alright, I got it, no big deal. It's after the holidays, so there probably ain't much in here, even if there is, so what? I'm not that far from the yard, so it doesn't matter. These cans over here because they actually paved the parking lot. Wow, you guys see that? Look at that. You see that? We got a bird in there, man. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Look at that. Look at that. He's sitting right there. Look. He was actually in the container. It's one of them ugly-ass buzzard birds. Look at that shit. There he goes. Yeah, you better jump off, buddy. You don't want to be on this ride. Wow, that is cool. Look at that. I've never seen that before up close. Wow, that's awesome. Are you guys seeing this? I forget what they call this bird. Scared the fuck out of me, man. It did. It scared the crap out of me. I jumped back. I'm like, what the hell? Like, wow, look at that thing. That is ugly ass bird. I think they call him like a buzzard bird or some shit. Yeah, it's a buzzard, right? I picked up the can. I jumped back. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, oh my God. Scared the crap out of me, man. Wow. That's the first time up close seeing one of these birds. You know, usually I see them in the parking lot at the restaurants and, you know, stuff like that. But never really up close. That's pretty cool. Look at his face, look. Wow. That is pretty awesome, right? You guys know the real name? Is it just a buzzard? Or what is it called? Is there another name? Does it have like a full name? I know it's like a buzzard, but what kind of buzzard? I think that is so cool, man. Isn't that cool? Up close with riding along with Dan. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. All right, Bert. I gotta go back to work, Bert. All right. All right, you hopping off or what are you doing? All right, cool. Yeah, he scared the crap out of me. I'm like jumping back in my seat. Where am I going? stop right down, right in the center of the street. It's a new stop. One stop I go to, man, those birds are all over that stop. Behind the restaurant. Bird, man, I picked up a can and scared the crap out of me. Like, what the hell is that? First I thought it was like an eagle. Stops in this area we gotta do. Let's go check them out, get them done. Hey Dolphin, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, buddy. How was your Memorial Day weekend? Stops over here to the left. stop's gonna basically pack me out. It's all white shit. It's usually pretty loaded. And it don't look that bad, but it's pretty far. I got this stop and one more in this on the street today. Well, not today. This is for yesterday. And you know, yesterday when you have 130 something stops to do, you know, you gotta pick and choose the important stops to do. Like number one on that list is restaurants. That's gotta be done. Let me show you guys what's going on behind me, okay? Here is the hopper camera. I'll enhance it for you so you guys can see how much room I got left. So I'm going to pack it right now, okay? You ready? I'm going to pack it like, see? Now I got to bring the blade back. I don't want any of that stuff going over the blade. You guys getting this? Now you know when I'm full, I'm full. So I've been going, this is my second load today. And you know I usually make it on 2 loads on a Tuesday, but that ain't gonna happen today. That's why I hate holidays and I love holidays, because it's a lot of catch up you gotta do, a lot of stops. And yesterday I was running, man. I was running to get done as much as we could, because when it's a holiday, the floor on the transfer station has got to be clean. You can't have any garbage on the ground. So that's why we got to go out there and get done as much as we can get done. So I got less work to do today. So now you see I'm sitting here packing, and it's packing pretty good. This truck's pretty new. So the pressure on the blade, on the pistons, it got good pressure. So it packs it good. So now you guys can see what I'm talking about. You guys, that's another thing about riding along with Dan. I bring you all the extras. You can see exactly what's going on. Yeah, you see, I cleaned out the blade. You see that? So when you have a new truck, the pistons really pack good. You see how it's not going all the way, it's stopping right there. Alright, so that's what I'm seeing, guys. So now you see what I see when I'm packing a load. So let me drop this, go to the next stop. And it's a 3-yarder. So that should be, I should have no problem with that. And then after that, I got another 3-yarder. I see that UPS guy every day. Yeah, that means that's exactly right. When the blade ain't going back, you're loaded, so it's time to go dump. So because I got a new truck and the pistons are still strong, I can pack it pretty good. Yeah, the first load today was about 15 tons. But if that garbage was wet and heavy, yeah, you'd definitely pack at least 17. Yarder here. That's the good thing about knowing your route, about knowing where the stops are. You make a lot of time when you know where your stops are, man. And you can go right there, you know where they're located, you know how to get into the stop, you know which way you need to be facing. This one might be empty too. Oh, look at this. Today's Animal Day. We got a raccoon in there. You see the raccoon? There he is. See him? Oh, there he is right there. You see the raccoon? Now we got a raccoon. Today's Animal Kingdom Day. I'm riding along with Dan. Oh! Son of a bitch. Thought he was coming right at me, huh? There you go. He went down. He went down. I'm not moving anything. I don't want to crush him. Yep. Wow, you see everything I'm riding along down, huh, guys? Riding along with Dan, Animal Kingdom Day. We encountered buzzards, raccoons, and squirrels. Another happy raccoon. I got him out of that mess. I mean, raccoons, I don't know. I guess they don't think about, getting out. They just worry about getting in. Yeah, that's a first for me, man. 2 animals in one day. That's a first. Keep packing. Let me see something here. Why you guys so low down? Woo! What is going on here with my phone, man? Why is it green? Alright, what about now? Hello, hello, what about now? What about now? What about now? What about now? How about now? How about now? Can you guys hear me? Alright, I gotta go into here. Wrong entrance, Dan. Wrong entrance. We gotta go right here. They don't want me going in the main entrance because it's all paver driveway. And they don't want, God forbid, the truck is leaking and it stains the pavers. They want me coming in this way, the back, the sideways. See right in front of me that road right there? It's all paver. So they don't want any garbage trucks on there in case we stain their pavers. Yeah, let's go back in the back to what I call my shithole stop. It's all mud, it's all water, it's disgusting. And when it rains, oh my God. When it rains, don't even get out of the truck. That's how bad it gets back here. I mean bad. I was hoping this was empty, but no, it's not. Oh well. Oh well, Bell. We got a compactor here. We got a 30-yard open here. And we got this 4-yarder. Let me run this up again. A lot of garbage in there. It's heavy. It's heavy, man. garbage bag that was hanging on his side. It just fell off. So I had to go and pick it up. Woo! Let me run that up again. Let's dump it out. Got all that nasty shit on my window. Yeah, here it is, guys. Here it is. That's what I just dumped in, okay? I don't have a lot of room there, Delmarva. You see that? Brian George, thank you so much, man. Welcome to the channel, buddy. How you doing today? Showing everybody how much room I got left. I might have to go back and dump. As a matter of fact, I think I do. Yeah, it's not going much further. You see that, Delmarva? Yeah, we don't have much to play with, bro. I got quite a few stops left to do, man. Yeah, I like showing you. See, that's the one thing about my channel, you know, not praising myself or anything, but I like to show you guys the full detail, the full workings of driving a front loader garbage truck. That's what the channel is all about, to basically educate everybody about driving a front loader truck and what it's like and how you know when it's loaded, you know, showing everybody the videos of the blade packing the garbage. I mean, you know, I try to incorporate everything into my videos so you guys can say, oh, you know what? That riding along with Dan really gives you a good video. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's going back a little bit. I got another little stop coming up here. It's actually a yesterday's stop. So I'm gonna hit that right now. Look at this shit on my window. I can't even see out. That slimy sludge. Alright, let me hit that stop I'm telling you guys about. It's called a Golf Pro. They sell golfing equipment. So I'm gonna hit that up. And then we'll see from there how we look it. What do you think, Delmarva? You think I'll make it? This is when you become a real good front loader driver, and this is where you gotta make it a decision, okay? This is where you gotta call it. This is where you gotta say to yourself, do I need to dump? How many stops do I have left? And will they fit on with the amount of room that I have left in the truck? This is where you gotta call it. You gotta be a good driver, man. This is show how well you know your job, man. And you gotta call it. You gotta know your truck, you gotta know your stops, you gotta know how much garbage you're dealing with, and whether you're gonna make it or not. So right now, I'm gonna call it, and I'm not going back. I'm gonna stick with it. So, I got one more stop right here. Wow. put my car out for sale, man. What a shame. That really is a shame. Still packing. better go. Yeah. I'll see you later, John. All right. Next stop, folks. Woo! There we go, that better? Got it back up here. Got some wires. Problem now is the garbage is not going in all the way. And like I said before, you got to think about what you got left to do. So I got quite a few stops left from yesterday and today. Instead of wasting my time packing, and trying to force it in and putting extra pressure on the pistons, I'm gonna go back and dump instead. It's the best thing to do. It really is. Keep putting pressure on those pistons, you might pop a hose back there, and that's not good. Left there at 8 a.m. No, wait a minute. 12. Let me just fill out another dump ticket. So we got that covered. Alright, dump ticket. And yeah, we gotta head back. We gotta dump it out, man. I'm not gonna keep packing, wasting time, and putting extra pressure on the pistons. So let me go back and dump it out. Yeah, I got a good load on now, so let me push this back. We'll head back to the dump. I usually turn around right here. Let's go back, dump it out. That's where we got room. And we're not just gonna keep packing it, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, it's full. Yeah, that blade ain't going back. Got about maybe 3 feet it's going back. That's about it. And I gotta come back here. I gotta go straight up that street in front of us. I gotta get a school, body shop. Gotta stop behind us. Left to do, and honestly, a good driver like myself would make that decision to go back and dump, because honestly, all we're doing right now, yeah, we're packing, but the problem is you're putting a lot of pressure on those hoses, and it's hot outside. So what's going to happen is you're going to keep packing, keep putting pressure, hydraulic pressure on there, and they're going to blow. And you don't need that. So I'm better off just going back, dumping out. I'm not that far from the yard, and coming back out here. So it's no big deal. No big tamale. It's lunchtime right now. Everybody's out and about. That's the best thing about my route. matter where I am on my route, I'm not that far from the yard. Now, Mayran, he goes out on the highways. He's pretty far from the yard. Just like the other guys, the other front-loader drivers. Yeah, I'm about the closest one to the yard. Because my route is all around the yard. Like I said, today is 105, something like that, 110, something like that. Yesterday was 130 something. So it's a lot of stops. It's a lot of garbage. In about 5 minutes we'll be at the yard, so we're good. Just gotta pull on the scale, weigh it out. That's tough. That's the hard part about this job and what route you got. You're right. A lot of drivers got to ride, have a long ride to the dump. That's why I was saying before, you got to make that decision. You got to call it when you're ready to roll out to the dump, because you know what? You keep packing, you're just wasting time. Just do what I do. Just, put on as much as you can and head to the dump, start fresh. This way you got a nice empty truck to, start working again. What's going on, Brandon? How you doing? Yeah, we have a lot of drivers here that drive garbage trucks, if that's what you're asking, and we have IWS over by you in New York City and all the boroughs, and we average at least anywhere 54 58 hours in a week. It depends on your route, where you're working, and what you're driving, but yeah, we make good hours. Me, it's different because I do front loader, and I start at 3 o'clock in the morning, whereas a packer guy would start maybe about 5:30, 6. Like I said, depending on the route that he has. But yeah, I like working here. I've done this work all my life. I'm waiting for this guy to pull off the scale. This way we can pull on and dump out. All right, here he comes. Recycling trailers, that's because of the holiday, man. Yeah, they run them over to our state-of-the-art recycling facility in the Bronx. go. I gotta go outside and make sure everything is clean. Let me bring the blade back. Yeah, actually they are. They will be heading down that way soon. Some of our trailers just coming back from the rail yard, coming back with an empty and picking up a full and they're heading down there again. What was the weight? 11.40. have a full load, but at least we're starting load 3. Yeah, it goes back to the rail yard. We own 2 rail yards, one in Kearney and one down there in Elizabeth, I believe. And both trains run out to the landfills that we own in Ohio. So we got 2 trains running 7 days a week, going out, one going out, one coming back. Actually, any truck run a lot faster when it's not loaded. We had a good load on there. We really did. We packed it out good. So now we're just going to go back and clean it up. Driving all your life, like I've been driving. When you're loaded, believe it or not, you can feel it in your back. You can feel how the truck is leaning and swaying in your back when you're driving. That's why I keep telling everybody, when you go around corners, you got to slow the hell down, because these trucks are top heavy. They're top heavy. So you got to take it easy on turns. I don't care if you're half loaded or fully loaded. You need to slow down. Alright? I can feel it in my back when the truck is swaying from side to side. I've been doing this all my life. I know, I can tell. We pretty much have finished everything in this area. Everything is done. Finished everything up along here. That's done. I got that this morning. So, what we got left is up here in Northdale and Rockaway. We got quite a few stops. One of our trucks over here parked on the side. They're taking their half-hour lunch break. My truck feels like so much lighter that it even turns better when it's empty. You can feel it. Big difference. This is a pain in the ass stop, let me tell you. It is tight. That freaking railing on the right side is so close to the truck. Okay, this guy is done. Shit in there. Oh God, let me tell you. What a joke. Gotta move away from that railing. And then I got a car. You really gotta be paying attention to what you're doing backing out some of these stops. I swear to God. This car won't let me start turning. You motherfucker! Tell you, man, that guy, I swear to God, you gotta have 20 eyes in the back of your head with these asshole people, I swear to God. Almost hit the back of the truck when I'm backing out. I swear to God, people won't give you a second of their time for you to back out. There's no common courtesy today at all. None. None. So right now, I'm going to block the street because I have to. tires came off the pole. They're hanging low. So I cannot pull into that stop anymore. I gotta park it in the street. And then one of them guys comes out, is nice enough to come out and help me pull that can to the truck. Probably won't be much in it because school is out for a while, but let me check it out. Now, yeah, I got a little 2-yarder I gotta pick up. Backing out of that driveway before, I swear to God, man, I thought that guy was going to take the camera right off the back of the truck. I don't know what it is about people in New Jersey, but some people just suck. They won't give you a second, not even a second to back out, or give you common courtesy to let you back out. They don't give a shit. But then when they get hit, they're like, oh, what happened? Yeah, you know what happened. You didn't see this big-ass, green-ass garbage truck backing out? That's what happened. I did a lot of work yesterday on Monday's route. Thank God I was allowed to do 2 loads. Because if I was only allowed to do 1 today, really, I would not be able to finish everything today. It would have been too much. So I was glad to be able to do what I did yesterday. Get them 2 loads out of the way. And then come in this morning and just knock out today's route. And whatever I had left on yesterday's route. This little 2-yarder on the corner. You're probably wondering, well, how come you didn't do it this morning, Dan? Well, because that lady across the street called the cops on me before, saying I was making too much noise that she could not sleep. So that's why I don't do it early in the morning. I was here this morning, right on this street, getting that stop on my left eye. But I could not get a 2-yarder because of that lady. And you know, you don't want to cause too many problems. Then you won't be able to do nothing. But it goes twice on Monday, and of course, being a holiday, I only got it once on Monday. just waiting for the guys to come out so they're going to help me pull the containers to the truck. I did 2 of them yesterday when I was here.
Oh, okay.
I did the big one and the other one.
All right, thanks, man.
now we're leaving Northfield. We're going to cut across to our right. This is New York State. I cannot pick up in New York State because I don't have permits. I'm not allowed to, okay? We have a truck that does this area from New York State. But what I'm saying is I got to cut across. And once I make a right and another right, then I'll be back in Jersey again. And that will be Rockley, New Jersey is the name of the town. So in a few seconds, we're going to be back in New Jersey. This is still New York State. And it just goes to show you how close I'm working to the borderline between New York and New Jersey. So coming up on your right side, you're going to see the sign, Welcome to Bergen County, New Jersey. Walking this parking lot or any parking lot that I gotta drive through, the speed limit is 5 miles an hour. So you gotta take your time. Especially in the summertime, everybody's walking around, you know, not paying attention, so just gotta take it easy. got 2 cans here, 2 for the orders. I love when they park right on the corner. And we got one more right in front of us at the end of the parking lot. And then once we head out of here, we got to pick up that building right across the street. It's a brand new building, brand new warehouse. No idea what they do there, but I got 2 containers around back. So right now, just gonna make this right turn here and check out across the street, see if we have anything. I'm kind of going in the wrong way, but I'm really not going that far. Let's go check it out. One is recycling, and 2 of them are mine. So let's see what we got today. Nothing in there, we're good. So is on paper. Let me mark this off from yesterday. I did a golf, Bogota, and number 4. Yay! Yesterday's route is actually complete. Awesome. That is awesome. I did cut and run. I did multi-pack commons. That's done. Did all that. Yeah, we're good. Awesome. I was yesterday 135 stops that I just finished now. And like I said, thank God I was allowed to do 2 loads yesterday on the holiday. I come in at 1:15 in the morning. So I'm glad that worked out good. So that's all done. That's all caught up. That's awesome. Now I only got 3 stops for me today, and I'm done. I'm out. Just got to do number 15 down here, which probably is empty. Yeah, because I don't think anybody worked yesterday over here because of the holiday. So I always like to check it. You know my motto, no can left behind. So I always like to check to make sure. I don't want anybody calling up saying that, you know, they were missed. Yeah, the 2 on the right are Mayran's cans. I only have one 8-yarder here. I like the older 8-yarders better. The reason why I say that is because they're bigger and more solid. And I swear to God, they are not as loud as the new 8-yarders. The new 8-yarders are made out of really, really light metal. And when you pick them up, they flex. And then when you dump them, they make such a loud noise. I swear to God. It's unbelievable. These older cans are heavier, more durable, and they make less noise when you dump them. That's what I love about the older cans. What I love about the new plastic cans, I don't know if everybody has seen them, but they're plastic, and I love them for several reasons. Number one, they're easy to push when they're loaded. Okay, they're 100% lighter. Number two, when you dump them, they make very little to no noise. Actually, when you dump them, they're very quiet. And number three, they don't rot out. They're plastic, so they're not going to rot. So I love the plastic containers for that reason. I wish I had a lot more on my route, but I think one of the bosses told me they're actually hard to come by because actually everybody wants them. And he said they're even more expensive than the metal because, in my opinion, they last longer. As long as you don't abuse them, like, you know, you drop them real hard and break the friggin' wheels. No. You gotta take it easy with the plastic. And they will. I have plastic containers on my route for the last 3 years. And there's nothing wrong with them at all. They're good containers. nice Corvette over there. An orange Corvette. Nice color. So now we're going to go check out a stop where I have actually containers on a loading dock. So I want to make sure that they are good. I'm gonna go check it out, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go up on the dock, okay? Just got some new pens, which is pretty cool. It's always good to have new pens in the truck, because you always need pens to write with. All right. Yeah, only One stop. That's pretty good going, guys. Pretty damn good. One stop left. And it's only 1:15. But I didn't take any breaks yet at all. Tipping up. Once in front of the truck so you don't hit the dock. Till your fork's down, back out of it, back out. Put your forks down a hair and push the container in further. You don't want it falling off the dock. That would not look good for you, bro. Alright, be right back. I always like to put the containers back where they belong, baby. Over here now and take myself a break. Timer. Break. Lunch. Start. And I need to get my spoon for my yogurt. morning. So do any of you guys have any questions now that I'm stopped having my yogurt? If anybody have any questions, now would be a good time. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. What's going on? Anybody got any questions for riding along with Dan? So, does anybody have any questions today for riding with Dan? Anything you want to ask me about the job? Anything you need to know? Any questions about driving a front loader? Any questions about the hours I work? Anything at all? Anybody got anything? Nothing? Anything? Anything? Nothing? Okie dokie. I'm here if you need me. This water I love. I buy it at ShopRite. It's called Splash. Comes in a lot of different flavors. This flavor is mandarin orange. Really good. Really good flavors. I don't like drinking regular water. I like water with a flavor. Like when I go to the restaurants, I get water with lemon. So I had a person ask me earlier about working for IWS. I've been here now going on 10 years, and I like the job. I got no complaints at all. Good vacation time, good benefits, good medical, good insurance, basically, and sick days. If you don't use your sick days, you get paid for your sick days. At the end of the year, you get paid out for unused sick days, which is nice. And, you know, knock wood, I've been pretty lucky. I haven't used any sick days, so I get a nice check at the end of the year, so that's pretty cool. But this company, basically, I love working here. It's the best sanitation company I've ever worked for. And I've actually worked for quite a few all my life. This is really pretty much everything I've done is sanitation. I've got a Class A. I've driven tractor trailers up and down the East Coast. Well, I wouldn't say all the way down to Florida, but as far as Maryland, Virginia, and all the way up to Maine, Vermont, and that area. And honestly, I got tired of doing it. I really did. When IWS took over the company I was working for, they asked me if I wanted to do trailers, and I said I really don't want to do it anymore. But they said, you got a Class A. I said, I know, but I don't want to do it. What happened was, when I worked for the other company, Mealy, we had a front loader driver. His name was Charlie. Really cool guy. I was running trailers at the time, the recycling trailers, down to Atlantic Coast Fibers, 3 to 4 loads a day, back and forth, okay? Then Charlie ended up getting sick. He ended up getting cancer, which really sucked, and Charlie ended up dying. So Joe Mealy came to me and said, Dan, would you mind doing the front loader? I said, what about the trailers? He said, don't worry about the trailers. I need you to do front loader. So from that day on, I started with a Mac. It was Charlie's Mac. It was brand new. Well, it was a year, maybe 2 years old when I got it. But the truck was number 35, okay? And when IWS bought us out, the truck became 6640. But it was a good truck. It was a new Mac. It ran good. The route was a little bit all over the place, to be honest with you. But, you know, I took care of it. And then when IWS came and bought out Mealy, I kept 6640. I actually had that truck for 10 years. And I honestly liked that truck. It was a good truck. It really was. And it ran good for the first 5-6 years, never an issue. It regened automatically. It packed good. It had a Heil body. It was known as a half pack, okay? The half pack on a Heil means the blade only goes halfway back. It's not a full eject, meaning it doesn't push the load all the way out. So a funny story, a lot of times I would have to go down to Garfield in the beginning to dump, because that's another transfer station owned by IWS. So I would back in there, and guys were looking at me like, what are you doing? I said, I'm backing in dump. Okay, go ahead. When I had 16 to 17 tons on that truck, okay, the blade would push, like I said, push it halfway out, then you bring the blade back. To get the rest of the garbage out, you had to tip it like a dump truck, like this. You had to raise the body on one piston, okay? Not two, one piston. So everybody was looking at me while the truck is doing this, when the body is up in the air. It was rocking, I swear to God. Some guys came to me and said, man, I've never seen a front loader that dumped like a dump truck. I said, yeah, I know. I said, rarely do you see that. Rarely do you see a front loader that tips up like a dump truck. Usually what you see is a type like I'm driving now, where it's full eject. It just pushes the load right out. But guys are like, well, I'm not dumping next to you in case that fucking thing goes over. So what was nice about that, I had the whole floor to myself, because nobody would dump beside me, because they were afraid that the truck, from rocking, it was so heavy, it would like tip over. But the bad thing about that was it didn't push the load all the way out, like I said, right? But the bad thing about that was you'd push the load halfway, right? Half the load would come out. Then you'd raise the body up. Then the garbage, if it was wood or pallets or heavy slop, it would get stuck in the body. Oh my God, Jesus. Now the last thing you want to do in a front loader with the body all the way up in the air is rock it, meaning back and forth, hit the brakes. When you went back and forth and hit the brakes, the body did this. I'm sitting in here like, oh fuck. So eventually, after doing that 2 or 3 times, you stop doing it because it's not working. What you do then is you let the body all the way down and back up to the guy that loads the trailers. He had the grapple, okay? It grabs the garbage, okay? So what he did was he put 2 of the forks in the back of the truck and scraped it. Tried to scrape it out. And he tried that a few times, raise it up, try to dump it, push it out, back it up, hit the brakes, and finally it came out while everybody else is waiting to dump, pissed off, like, what the hell is this guy doing? But they didn't understand that once it gets packed, once you pack a good load, there's a good chance that it's not going to slide out. It's going to get stuck in the body. So that's something that you live and learn. But yeah, rarely do you see a Mack or any type front loader dumped by raising the body all the way up in the air. So I thought that was a funny story. That's what was my Mack was. My Mack 6640 was a good truck. But the problem with that was the regen. The regen started to be an issue, and you'd come to work, it wouldn't regen. You have no power in the gas pedal. You couldn't use it. Then they would force it to regen. Then it would work for a few days, and then back to the same crap. It was a big issue with the Mack. I mean, in my opinion, honestly, it was such a great truck. It really was. It ran good when it ran good. It packed good. It was a good pulling packing truck. It really was. If they could just bypass that stupid emissions bullshit, the truck would have been fine, man. I'd probably still be driving it today. But if they could bypass that regen shit, you'd be better off. I know it's a big fine. You could get in trouble for doing it, but you know what? This regen and this AdBlue bullshit, all it's doing is killing the trucks, man. It really is. Killing the trucks. You honestly see some Port Authority buses going down the highway blowing more black smoke than 10 trucks put together. And they're not worried about that? No. No, that's government. No, that's fine. But yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a big fan of the regen on a truck. I really am not. Do anybody out there have any questions for me? Welcome to the show. This is Riding Along with Dan on YouTube, the best garbage truck show on YouTube. So if you have any questions, anything you want to know about driving a front loader, anything about a Peterbilt, anybody got any questions at all, please let me know. I'm here. I'm on break. Now would be the best time. So now I can pay attention to what you guys are asking me, because when I'm driving, I cannot be looking at the phone while I'm driving. But anyway, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, it's called Riding Along with Dan. I'm on YouTube every day. It's all about the life of a front loader garbage truck driver. That would be me. And I got a lot of great videos, a lot of great music videos, a lot of great photos up on my channel. So if you want to go check it out, you're more than welcome. Well, actually, you do. To be honest with you, we had a female work for the yard out of Closter. Okay, she was a helper. She studied and moved up to being a driver. So once she became a driver, we put her on a packer. And then about a year later, she studied for her Class A, and now she drives tractor trailer for IWS. She runs the rail cans down to the rail yard. We had a lady this year at Giant Stadium where we hold the Driver of the Year. I was nominated again 2 years in a row. But this year, we had our first female driver out of Bridgewater, I believe she was, our first female driver to be nominated for Driver of the Year. So we have quite a few women that drive for this company. I've seen quite a few of them come in driving roll-offs, driving Packers, and we got quite a few, believe it or not. I didn't realize we had so many, but yes, we do. How you doing there, David Boldo? I haven't heard from you in a while, man. What you been up to? How was your Memorial Day weekend? Mine was good. I didn't do much of anything except work yesterday. I did about 2 loads. Hey, you want me to move? Thank you, man. Yeah, I got Westfall behind me. He's dropping off a 30-yarder. I thought it might be in his way. But, yeah, I was surprised. There's quite a few women that work for IWS in all fields. I mean, you know, in the office, we got women out there in Ohio that run the heavy equipment. We got women in collections, customer service. We got women in higher up places in the company. I mean, it's nice to see that. My wife, for example, works for IWS also, and she's in collections. She's a supervisor. So it's nice to see that. There is a lot of women that work for IWS in all aspects as far as driving in the office. It's nice to see that. And yeah, it was nice to see that girl at the driver of the year this year. I went over, I congratulated her. I said, congratulations to you. I said, well done. She said, thank you very much. So yeah, I was there. This was my second year being nominated for driver of the year, but obviously I didn't win. The guy that drives the Yankee truck in the Bronx, he's the one that won this year. I didn't win. This year they nominated 15 drivers for driver of the year, and they nominated 7 or 8 operators, like machine equipment operators, for operator of the year. No, actually, I'm in Rockley right now. I'm up in Rockley taking my lunch break. I'm right up here by True World Foods. I'm in the back. This is usually where I park. It's nice and quiet back here. Nobody bothers you. That's why I picked this spot. Yeah, I only got a couple of stops left to do. Then I got to go back, dump, and clean out the body. So I'm going to do that. A few minutes, I'm going to get going. Head back to the yard and call it a day. Hey, Boldo, do you know if Gloria Mealy is still alive? Nobody seems to know. I don't know what happened to Joey. I don't see him around anymore. He used to go to the Red Maple and Closer all the time, but I don't see him around. I know Lisa moved out western Jersey, where she's got a big farm with horses on it that Joe bought her. But I don't know if Gloria is still alive. I don't know what's going on with Joey. I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he's living with Lisa. I don't know. Oh, the last time you saw her was at the dump. Yeah, I haven't seen her. I used to see Joe Mealy all the time at the Red Maple. You know, since he passed, I don't think Gloria goes there. I haven't seen Joey around. I don't know what's going on with them. You know that Joe Mealy, that Scott Roberts was Joe Mealy's nephew, right? And Scotty, just to let you know, he's doing better, man. Scotty had that operation a couple of weeks ago where they had to put a stent behind the heart. And they said only 2 doctors could do that operation in the country. So, no, he's not back at work yet, no. He wants to come back to work. He's anxious to come back. He's tired of fucking sitting home around the house doing nothing. But he wants to come back. He's ready to come back, but the doctor said, nah, no, you're not ready yet. So hopefully soon he'll be back. I like Scott. He's a good guy, man. He always was. He always done right by me. I got nothing bad to say about Scott at all. Nothing. I used to work with his father, Jim Roberts, when I was at Mealy. That's years and years ago. Jim Roberts was running the show down there back then. So I used to work for Jim. Discussed in the hands. And eat a sandwich. Unbelievable. Tony was a funny dude. He really was. All right, let me start up. All right, let me start up old Betsy. And get this stuff done. I can get back to the yard and clean out the truck. Headed to the last stop, guys. Thank God. Last stop coming up. Every time I come here, it's blocked. Every time I come here. time I come here, it's blocked. Take your time, take your time. What a beautiful day. I think we're going to get some rain tomorrow. I'm not sure. We've had enough rain. Chico! I like this area up here, Rockland. A lot of expensive homes in this neighborhood. yard right now, back to the coaster yard. All done for the day. the yard, guys. Back at the yard. 38,705. And 50793. Five oh seven 507. How many fucking die? How many die? 873. Five nine. Yeah, 1.66. $38,705. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching Riding Along with Dan. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Be good, be careful, and be safe out there, guys.